You are not actually in control of yourself. Your desires are. Now, chances are you're a lot like everyone else, including myself in some ways, that you go through life with a sense of mindlessness. Sometimes you sort of just cruise through life, not exactly with any sort of intention behind your actions, and not really aware of what you're doing. Sometimes you will spend a few hours on TikTok a day, spend a few hours on YouTube watching random videos that you didn't even intend to watch. Or maybe you didn't even choose to actually open that app. Maybe you just, it's like habitually, you opened up TikTok and then next thing you know, a few hours have already gone by. Or maybe you were on YouTube, you were watching a really educational video, and then the video ends and you don't remember anything. This is a common issue for myself, for a lot of people, which is that you're mindless. You're mindless when you watch things. You're mindless going about your life. You're mindless through many parts of your life. And that's the subject for today's video. Mindfulness. More specifically, this video is about how low impulse control can ruin your life and how you need to get control of yourself. Now, what is low impulse control? Low impulse control is, by my definition, a sort of NPC way of doing things where you feel something and then you act on that thing. Now, there are multiple examples of this. There's obsessive eating, bad websites, substances, pointlessly scrolling on social media, or lacking the emotional strength to control yourself whenever something gets you mad or whenever someone says something that upsets you and you just act out of a fit of rage, you throw a tantrum, and you just snap. All of these are examples of low impulse control, and they can be very detrimental to your life and your progress and self-improvement. Your mind and your body will no longer work for what you want, but for what your mind wants, which is always going to be self-gratification, instant gratification, and just things that make your mind feel good, but may not actually be good for you. If you do not have impulse control, you will simply do things just because they feel good or whatever other cope your mind wants to make up, and you'll not actually do things because they are beneficial to you. A truly effective man is someone who has control over his impulses and over his emotions. Now, the best way to level up your mindfulness is by meditation. And by meditation, I mean like you will take some time every day, sit down and focus on your breathing for about whatever time period you want. I usually do about 10 minutes every day. I use the app Medito. I really like it. It's very simple. Just nice. It has a nice streak counter as well. It keeps me accountable and makes it hard for me to just not do it a day, because I've been going for I think my current one's 65 days, so I don't really want to lose that. And overall, just a really great app. Highly recommend you guys get it. The point of meditation is that when you're sitting and meditating, you're focusing on your breath, focusing on your breathing, which is you inhale, exhale, and you just repeat that for the entire time. And you really just want to focus and visualize the breath coming into your stomach and then coming back out, and just focus on the breath. Be completely there. Recognize how your body feels. If you feel any aches in certain parts of your body, feel any twitching in your body, feel an itch maybe, whatever it is, you want to be completely present. You want to be completely aware of everything that is going on. I just really want to harp in on the point of you pay attention to every detail of your breath. You pay attention to how your stomach expands, and that's another thing. You should be breathing through your stomach. You should be breathing to where your stomach goes outward, not just your chest, not like that. You should be breathing to where your stomach moves, not your chest. It's better from your stomach. That's a whole different topic. I gotta look more into it, and I'll probably make a future video on it, because I find that to be a lot better, especially for when I'm trying to sleep. Maybe I tried it last night where I was breathing through my stomach as much as I could, and I was so tired. I knocked out so fast. But you want to be paying attention to your breath. You want to be paying attention to how your body moves, essentially, every time you meditate, and with every inhale, with every exhale. The reason that meditation is so helpful to the rest of your life, and especially to mindfulness, is that it makes you aware of everything. You are focusing so much to that single little muscle fiber that moves when you breathe in, that when you apply this to the rest of your life, you're not just going to be mindlessly walking around, snacking on food, mindlessly scrolling on social media, because you'll be aware that I'm wasting time right now. I have to be doing my homework. I have to be doing this. I got to work on my business. I got to do this. I should be taking out the trash. whatever it is, you'll realize that, hey, I'm wasting time right now. I should not be doing this. And that is why meditation is so helpful. And that's why I always preach it to people, because you're not aware. In this modern day, you know, we have so many distractions. I know for me personally, every time I go onto the YouTube app, I'm just bombarded with shorts. And like, sure, while I can sometimes get out of it, it's usually after I've already sank like 5 minutes into it. And while that may not seem like a lot, when you go on YouTube a lot of times throughout the day, those 5 minutes add up a lot. They add up a lot, especially when I was going to search for a specific video and then I just get bombarded with shorts, and like I end up wasting like 5 whole minutes of my time, and I completely forget what the video I was looking for, so then I just watch random stuff that I wasn't even looking for. That can be a problem. And so that is where you need to have the mindfulness and the awareness to actively avoid those things. I like to think of this one example in my life, which has been somewhat of a problem. Not so much recently, but it was a big problem when I was younger and sort of a few years ago, which is that I had a problem with just like walking to the kitchen, and I would always just reach for something to eat. I wasn't even planning on eating that time. Like, I'd just be walking to the kitchen to go to the basement, or walking to the kitchen to use the bathroom or whatever. And I would always grab something small to eat. But the thing is, I walk through the kitchen a lot because I'm just moving around my house, and every time I would get something to eat. And so those little snacks that I ate would compound over time, and then it led to me being overweight, then it led to me having a bunch of other health problems, and just led to me overall not achieving my goals of what I wanted to be, which is like a nice, well-established physique. And so the importance of meditation comes in, because I know this is probably a common issue. I know binge eating is like a common issue, and maybe not even like binge eating, like you sit down, you just eat a bunch of junk food, but more so just like the smaller versions of binge eating. Those can be very problematic. So that's why meditation and mindfulness is so important, because you can recognize like, hey, this isn't a part of my goal. This food is not good for me. This is not going to help me at all. This is just actually going to bring me down more. And so I'm not going to eat this food right now. And that's why meditation is so important. That's why it can be so helpful, and why it's so powerful for you to have control over your mind, control over your desires, and control over your urges. I want to like sort of draw more parallels between meditation and this hypothetical situation of not eating, like not snacking while you just every time you walk to the kitchen, which is like you were focused, like the focus on your breath is the same way as like the focus of like what you're trying to do, which is either go somewhere and you have to pass through the kitchen, and along with that, building like a better body, a better physique, get healthier. And so when you realize that the goal, similar to like the breath, and your mind sometimes goes off task from the breath, it's your mind going off track is the same as you reaching for the snacks. And it rhymes, so it has to be true. So with that, you want to bring your attention back to the breath. You want to bring your attention back from wanting to eat the snack to realizing that, hey, I shouldn't be eating that. I just need to go do this, and I'll be out. Like, I don't need to do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth my time right now. And so that it's just one example of where meditation can actually benefit you. There's plenty more that I could go into, plenty more that you can think of in your own life. I mean, honestly, I think it's best that you just take some time after this video and just really sit and think like, hey, what is it that I need to apply this to? What is it that is holding me back? What is it that I may not even recognize right now, because I've been so mindless about it that I don't even recognize that it's a problem, because I'm just so used to it and I never thought about it because I've been so mindless. So yeah, that's the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.